Meghan Markle has ruined your workout regime. Is this true? If so,
yes,
how?
she has.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Well, she came into New York last weekend.
Yeah.
And she went to a yoga place called Moto Yoga, which is my yoga place.
Me? Just hanging around.
But now that she went there, everyone's going to want to go there.
Right.
And there's not going to be any room. It's going to be harder to get into.
The 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story, in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary.
Prince Harry, whose memoir just broke the Guinness record for fastest-selling nonfiction book of all time. They're now releasing a version for kids. I don't know if you know about this. It's a twist on The Princess and the Pea. It's called The Prince and the Penis, and it's
James Corden just aired Meghan Markle's dirty laundry on live TV, and it's damning. Picture this. You've had a long, exhausting day at work. You go to your yoga studio to decompress, the one place that's just for you. And then you walk in and see Meghan Markle surrounded by her obsessive fans, completely taking over the place. This is the Meghan effect. Everything she touches becomes about her, and everyone around her pays the price. I genuinely feel bad for Daddario, but that's not all. Prince Harry was caught on camera begging Disney executives for voiceover work for his wife at a movie premiere. Yes, a prince networking like a desperate talent agent, and Trevor Noah called him out for that pathetic moment. We'll get to that in a bit. But first, you need to see how the industry reacted to Daddario's story.
What is the #1 question that mystifies scientists?
Is there life on another planet?
Oh no, why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
There's another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just gonna put into a different bag.
It's peak disconnected rich person behavior, and the internet noticed. Social media influencers saw an opportunity and started creating brutal parody videos of Meghan's Netflix lifestyle content. They mocked her snack repackaging like it was some revolutionary accomplishment.
Take the snack out of one bag and then move them into another bag and then label this new bag, even though this bag already has a label on it.
Then they went after her absurd water preparation routine, complete with flower petals, because tap water apparently isn't fancy enough for Meghan's guests.
How I prepare water for my guests. Some water that I got from the spring in my backyard. Whatever you do, don't use tap water. I'm just gonna sneak a taste. You flower petal. H is always calling water water, and there you have it.
And of course, the performative flower arranging, where she talks about telling stories through flowers as if anyone actually gave a shit.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad. Be creative with it.
These weren't just random trolls. These were content creators with millions of followers showing everyone how fake and privileged Meghan really is. The consensus was forming across every platform. Meghan's lifestyle brand is a joke, but the mockery was just getting started. Remember that embarrassing moment we mentioned earlier? The one where Prince Harry was caught begging for work? I can barely watch this without cringing. A literal prince begging for his wife's career at a movie premiere. The secondhand embarrassment is unbearable. This is what their brand has become. And Trevor Noah had a field day with this moment, breaking down just how pathetic the fall from royalty really is.
Prince Harry really did that. At a movie premiere last year, he asked the CEO of Disney to hook his wife up with voiceovers.
A prince pitching his wife to executives at a movie premiere. That's not royal networking, that's pure desperation. The contrast becomes even sharper when you consider what royalty used to mean.
You gotta admit, the monarchy has fallen off, right? No, because back in the day, it used to be like, if you marry my daughter, I'll give you Burgundy.
Harry and Meghan could have had real power, real influence through the royal platform. Instead, they chose Hollywood clout and Netflix checks.
And now it's like, my wife actually does a pretty good Timon. You should hear her. Come on, baby, do the thing. Hakuna Matata, do the thing.
Harry went from representing centuries of royal tradition to being Meghan's personal manager, pitching her at red carpets. The California dream turned into public humiliation, and it got worse when even animated shows joined the pile-on. Their Netflix content became the industry's biggest joke, and Family Guy didn't hold back.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
The satire barely needs exaggeration. They're cashing massive checks for content nobody can explain. But Spitting Image took it further, exposing the actual mechanics of the grift.
I'm Megan Sussex, and I'm a good person. And I'm meeting another good person today, the wonderful Ariana Grande.
Oh my God, Megan, you're such a good person.
Yes, that's why I'm going to talk to you like you're an idiot.
What?
She treats everyone like they're beneath her while branding herself as humble and kind. The contradiction is the entire act. Then they dismantled the content itself.
I'm preparing my guests some soul food that my British husband calls a packet of crisps. Can be a tricky dish to master, especially when a packet is being a fucking bitch. Ah! Oh my God, you've been knocked down by the crisps. So vulnerable. I love it.
I'm just down here holding space.
And now, the finishing touches. A flower.
Take something basic, slap a flower on it, call it premium. A bag of crisps transforms into soul food when Meghan touches it. But the mockery went beyond just the show.
Like and subscribe to learn how to breathe. How, as a finishing touch, sticking flowers on anything means you made it with love. And I share the secret to a happy marriage. Fuck's sake, H! Don't make me get the electric color out.
Damn! Sorry, love. I think my arm's gone dead.
Breathing lessons and flower decorating sold as meaningful content. The ridiculousness doesn't need commentary. They attacked every layer of her brand. But the real brutality came when they exposed how she views herself.
Hold it steady, you ginger pots! Hello, followers. You know little old me is a high-profile, high-success, global brand-creating, vulnerable, and humble business leader. Which means I no longer have time for my lifestyle show, which was such a hit that I'm now in talks with Netflix to pivot to 6 seasons of no more episodes. I've decided my time is better spent doing less, and so I'll be coming on here to patronize you through your phone.
The show is losing Netflix money, yet she positions herself as some visionary business mind, vulnerable and humble, while the project collapses financially. The false modesty, the rehearsed authenticity, it's all theater designed to extract money from people seeking something real. But Spitting Image didn't stop there. They went after what's really happening behind closed doors.
Show me the money!
I have! There is no more money!
I know what you're thinking. Did Netflix cancel 6 series or only 5? You gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya? Punk?
Yeah, so lucky, very grateful. I'm batting well above my average. Please stop pointing the gun at me.
Everything hinges on Netflix, keeping this deal alive. She's desperately producing content, chasing relevance, trying to build an empire. Leaving Suits was supposed to launch her into stardom, but royal life somehow buried her career instead. Now she's trapped making lifestyle videos while Hollywood ignores her. The stakes couldn't be higher.
He's not the Messiah! He's a very naughty boy!
You're so funny, Megs.
What do you mean I'm funny? I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown? I amuse you? I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Oh, you nearly had me there, Megs. Great bants.
No, I'm serious, H. How am I funny?
She shuts down criticism instantly. We've watched her ice out press, sever relationships, control every story. And Harry bears the brunt of it. He escaped royal control only to fall under someone who demands even more obedience. At least the monarchy had structure and history backing their demands.
Okay, Megs, go.
Megan Sussex, reading for Jaws. We're going to need a bigger house. What I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills like, just give me a sec.
Writing stuff on bananas?
I swear to God, Harry, ruin my take again and I will end you!
Her acting days ended with Suits. Hollywood isn't calling with offers. The opportunities vanished. So lifestyle content became the backup plan, except it's transparent as hell. People recognize the calculation behind every move. There's no authenticity, just strategy.
You talking to me? Then who the hell else are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Not without securing an exclusive deal with my publicist, you freeloading fucking asshole!
You can feel the desperation in every post, every video, every brand launch. When the industry rejects you, you manufacture your own platform. But what's the plan when that crashes too? When Netflix walks away and the money dries up, that terror is powering everything. And speaking of control, Spitting Image faced mysterious legal pressure and had to remove most of their Meghan and Harry content.
Today, we bow our heads in memory of the fallen.
More episodes have been removed from YouTube.
Nothing's confirmed about who was behind it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Meghan had a hand in it. She tried the same thing with South Park when they mocked her, but South Park's too big to intimidate. Spitting Image, on the other hand, they're a much easier target, but the silencing didn't stop the truth from coming out. Some comedians stopped making jokes altogether and started calling out the truth. Godfrey went nuclear on the racism narrative that Meghan's built her entire victim brand around.
She's like, I can't believe they were racist. Wait, the whitest family on the planet, the original motherfuckers.
She knew what family she was marrying into, the most historically white, traditionalist institution on the planet. Acting blindsided by questions about race is either delusional or calculated. Either way, it doesn't hold up.
I wanted to know what color the kid would be. I did too. I was like, he's gonna be super, super light skinned? What black will we see? We all wanted to know.
Curiosity about a biracial baby in a family that's never had one isn't racism, it's human nature. But Meghan saw an opportunity to flip normal questions into ammunition for victimhood. The racism card became her shield for everything, and she's been hiding behind it ever since. Godfrey wasn't finished there.
Meg does her little phony like, I'm so busy just doing like so much wealthy stuff. I have the show, the podcast, I'm a duchess, I have all this wealth. It's just so many busy things as a wealthy person.
So busy.
It was so fake. I was like, oh.
Everything about her is manufactured. The busy Duchess routine, the failed podcast, clinging to the royal title while trashing the family that gave it to her. She wants the status without the duty while profiting off royalty and claiming she escaped it. Godfrey exposed the whole con and the British comedians piled on. Jimmy Carr dismantled Meghan's entire feminist persona in one line.
I said Meghan Markle is of course a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job.
She built a career on empowerment messaging and UN speeches, then married a prince and stopped working. The contradiction couldn't be more obvious, but Hollywood treated it like it didn't exist. Carr didn't play that game. Then he went for Harry's past.
The royal family, right, if you can imagine, they're like our Kardashian. Prince Harry is very much our Kanye. He occasionally dresses as a Nazi, and he f***ed up.
You can't rebrand yourself as a social justice advocate when there's photographic evidence of you in a Nazi uniform. Harry never properly addressed it, never took real accountability. He just waited for people to forget and moved on to lecturing everyone else. The hypocrisy is glaring. Then Simon Brodkin weighed in.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Now, I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I fucking hate them.
Their documentary was supposed to be their big moment to control the narrative and win people over. Instead, it backfired spectacularly. Viewers who started watching with open minds finished the series actively hating them. That takes talent.
They started off and they're making interesting points about racism and misogyny. Then they start calling each other H&M, and I just thought, oh, do f*** off.
They had legitimate grievances, the media treatment was brutal, the racism was real, the mental health struggles were serious, but they buried all of it under performative relationship content and cringe couple branding. Calling each other H&M like it's adorable killed any sympathy they had left.
They were complaining that to pay for their own security. They were not happy about that. Yeah, they were very worried about their safety, which I get that aspect of things. After 6 episodes, I wanted to attack them.
Millionaires complaining about security costs after signing massive Netflix deals. That's the level of disconnect we're dealing with. They can't read the room, can't see how out of touch they sound. The British public reached their limit. The verdict was unanimous. They're done with Meghan and Harry. So what does this mean for their future? Well, here's the thing. James Corden exposed Meghan without even trying. He just let Alexandra Daddario tell her yoga studio story, and that was enough. One honest account of how Meghan ruins everything she touches, and the entire industry felt safe to pile on. The yoga incident, the Disney begging, the Netflix script, the fake victim narrative, it all came crashing down at once. Meghan built her entire brand on being relatable and authentic, but nobody's buying it anymore. She's not a humanitarian. She's not a feminist icon. She's a grifter who married into royalty and has been milking it ever since. And the more she tries to control the narrative, the more desperate and pathetic it becomes. They're trapped in a cycle of their own making. No amount of Netflix deals or Oprah interviews will save them from the truth people already see. Do you think Meghan will ever stop playing the victim, or is the grift too profitable to quit? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more royal drama.